So I just wanted to film a quick video to talk about what I'm currently reading. I'm Jocelyn and this is my booktube channel, name to be decided. So currently I am reading 3 books and all of them are library books. So the first one I have is Gilead by Marilynne Robinson. I heard about this on booktube when the 3rd book in this trilogy was nominated for the Bailey's Prize last year, I think, and that one was called Lila. And I saw it on Lauren of Reads and Daydreams channel. So I decided to pick this one up because it's a book dealing with religious themes and family, and those are things that I sometimes find intriguing, and I'm definitely enjoying this one. I'm most of the way through. I have, I think, 50 pages left. So basically this is just a very quiet story of a preacher in the American Midwest towards the end of his life, writing a letter to his son, talking about who he is as a person and about his father and grandfather, who are also preachers. His son is very young, and the preacher, whose name is John, had his child late in life, so he hasn't gotten to know him very well. So this combines a sort of family history with lots of musings about philosophy and theology, and it's very quiet but very thought-provoking and extremely well written. So I would definitely recommend this one, but I'll give you more thoughts when I'm completely finished. So that's Gilead by Marilynne Robinson. The second book I have, I just started this morning, and this is an extremely beaten up library copy. This is The Sparrow by Doria Russell. I heard about this book on the Overdue podcast, which I've mentioned in the past, one of my favorite podcasts in the world. So this is sort of a thought-provoking sci-fi type thing about a group of Jesuit missionaries who go to a planet on the other side of the galaxy to meet the inhabitants there, and then it's just basically a history of what happens when they get there and the havoc they wreak. And I think it sort of functions as a commentary on colonialism and religion's role in that, and about the way societies are structured, all through the lens of this alien civilization. So I'm only about 10 pages in, but I'm enjoying the writing style, and I will give you more thoughts when I'm done with this one. I've heard really, really great things. So the 3rd book I just got from the library this afternoon. I had requested it, and it is a very large book. It's The Tombeau de Marot by Douglas Hofstadter. Hofstadter's probably most famous for his book Gödel, Escher, Bach, which I have not read, but I think it's having to do with math or philosophy or something that is probably too complicated for me. But I heard about this book on the podcast Radiolab when they were doing an episode about translation. And in this book, Hofstadter is talking about the concept of translation, but doing it through an examination of different people's attempts to translate the same poem. So I think that there are different versions of the translated poem sprinkled throughout the text. This is one of them, and I think they're also just linguistic and philosophical and literary thoughts about translation throughout this. And in my new job, I'm working in an environment that's mostly francophone because I live on the Ontario-Quebec border, and there are lots of francophones and also lots of anglophones, so I'm having to get back into the French-speaking mindset. So I think this is going to be really good for what's happening in my life right now and getting me to think more deeply about all this stuff that's going on in my daily life. So this is a huge book. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to finish it before it has to go back to the library, but I'm very excited about it. I have waited for a few years to read it. So those are the 3 books that I am reading at the moment. What are you reading right now? I'd really like to know. And have you read any of the books that I mentioned in the video? So if you have any thoughts, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks. Bye.